Breaking news on the broadcast, facing trial for alleged sexual harassment, former WFI chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh returned to the spotlight as guest of honor at the Pro Wrestling League relaunch in New Delhi. Despite claiming sannyas from wrestling, his presence signaled continued influence in the sport alongside ally and WFI President Sanjay Singh. That's the latest input we are tracking for you as far as the trial for alleged sexual harassment is concerned. Now, former WFI chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, he has returned to the spotlight despite facing sexual harassment allegations. Remember that particular trial is currently ongoing in a Delhi court, and amidst all of this, he is named as guest of honor at the Pro Wrestling League relaunch in New Delhi. With that, we have CNN News 18's Anshul Singh joining us. Anshul, how does the Wrestling Federation of India justify naming someone facing sexual harassment allegations at this point?
Well, yes, the Wrestling Federation in fact, the Wrestling Federation has gone ahead and said that since Brij Bhushan Singh was one of the founding members of this entire league that had initially been shaped up and eventually it got lost due to the lack of funds. And finally, once the Wrestling Federation of India has gone ahead to decide this to restart this entire league yet again, and hence they decided to go ahead and call him as a guest of honor. But definitely a lot of questions are being raised after the manner in which these entire allegations had come to the fore, and Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh was in fact suspended from WSI as well. And even after that, the kind of control that he has over the Wrestling Federation of India, that has raised a lot of eyebrows, because the current president, Sanjay Singh, of Wrestling Federation of India, he is also said to be a very, very close aide of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. So since his election, there have been a lot of questions raised against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, that he is the person who is controlling WFI from the background, and the manner in which he was invited on the stage as a guest of honor for the inauguration of this or probably the announcement of this new league. Definitely these allegations that were being raised have definitely found some ground. We are awaiting for some official reaction to actually come in from WFI, and also from former wrestlers who had raised these allegations against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. But definitely the manner in which he was seen on the stage has yet again given wind to to all these allegations and to the entire controversy that had somewhere or the other died down.
Right. Anshul, I'm also wondering if any protest is happening right now at the venue, because this was obviously very huge back in 2023 as well. How has the wrestling fraternity reacted to his return once again?
Well, no protests have happened per se in this entire matter. Even when this entire allegations were being raised against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh back in 2023, that time as well there was a selected group of wrestlers who had come out to protest, whereas many other wrestlers had come out in support of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh as well. So at this point, when this entire inauguration or the announcement was happening, there was no protest per se that happened. However, the former wrestlers who had raised their voice and who had raised these allegations against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh of not only going ahead and somewhere or the other trying to impact the entire issue, none of them have responded as yet. It remains to be seen what will they have to say and what kind of response will come from their end.
Also, Anshul, are the organizers facing any sort of criticism for organizing this, also for naming him as the guest of honor?
Well, definitely there is a lot of criticism that has come in specifically on social media, because of social media, it is being said that once a person was removed from his post, what is the reason that he has yet again been called in as a guest of honor by the Wrestling Federation of India, because it was the allegations that were put forth against him. He was removed from his post. He was suspended. In fact, the Wrestling Federation of India, the formation was also dismantled at that point in time, and post which there was court cases, court hearings that happened against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh as well. But why was he called as a guest of honor? That is something that has not been replied clearly. The Wrestling Federation of India says that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh played a very, very pivotal role when this entire tournament was envisioned back in 2012, 2013, and since it is being relaunched, and hence they thought it is appropriate for Sharan Singh to be invited over there as a guest of honor. But this entire event has yet again showed that Brigadier Sharan Singh is still the person who is controlling the reins inside Wrestling Federation of India, and the manner in which the elections were held, the entire restructuring was done. Definitely, that does not seem to have the results that it was being hoped for, specifically from the players who had raised these allegations against Brigadier Sharan Singh.
Right. Anshul, for the benefit of our viewers, can I ask you to walk us through, the current legal status of the allegations that Brij Bhushan is currently facing?
Well, yes, there were two cases that were filed against Bhushan Sharan Singh. One was a case that was filed by in the POCSO court, where it was alleged that Bhushan Sharan Singh had somewhere or the other gone ahead and harassed a girl who was under the age of 18, and then eventually she gave this complaint when she was 21, 22. But in the initial investigation that happened, nothing of that sort was found, and that case was dropped. However, the other case is still being investigated. In fact, the investigation has come to an end, and the hearing on the other case is still underway, and it remains to be seen what will come out eventually from that case as well. But yes, the hearing is on. The charge sheet has been filed by the Delhi police, and the hearing on bringing of charges is supposed to happen within the next few weeks itself.
Right. Anshul, also I'm wondering what kind of message, will this send to athletes, especially the younger ones who will want to pursue wrestling as a career, especially women in India? What kind of message does this send out?
Definitely, a lot of eyebrows are being raised at this point in time. But if you look at the version that has come in from Bhushan Sharan Singh and from the side of the Wrestling Federation of India when he was a part of it as well, they continue to maintain that these allegations are absolutely false and baseless, and this is just being done by a section of players who belong from Haryana to somewhere or the other go ahead and increase their influence within the Wrestling Federation of India, which is somewhere or the other dominated by wrestlers from Uttar Pradesh. So this was the initial back and forth that happened between them. If you look at the investigation that has been done till now, the POCSO case has already been removed, as the initial allegations that were put forth against him, that somewhere or the other were found to be false. Apart from that, the second case that is being looked into, or that is being investigated, the charge sheet that has been filed by the Delhi police, in that charge sheet as well, there are no significant evidences that have been put forth that could actually prove the kind of allegations that have been mentioned against him. In fact, the wrestlers who have also framed these or also put out these allegations, they have also not been able to go ahead and provide any sort of concrete evidence to the Delhi police regarding these cases as well. So. Definitely, the messaging at this point in time, since the cases are still under trial, is definitely against what the Wrestling Federation of India had hoped for. But yes, the manner in which this entire incident has happened has yet again shown that very little has changed in the Wrestling Federation of India, even after Sharan Singh was suspended.
Right, Anshul, thank you so much for all of your inputs.